right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. I will say this is a lovely early morning in which the Most High, Ahaya has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I wanted to say to you all, I apologize for yesterday not uploading or coming on live. I got caught up in someone else's business that needed to be taken care of. But I will bring that message before you because it's, to me, probably the best message I can bring forth, and that is to say that I'm sorry to Yahuwah. Why? Because I felt that I needed to say that because what he revealed to me made me realize that it is so much we really don't know. We really don't know. And I kind of feel good about not uploading the video because this morning in the water he was explaining a lot of things to me, and that was another something that he was explaining to me, apologizing for not having all the information that's needed. It's not needed. He never required us to know it all. That's not part of his will. He never require us to have it all, to know it all, to have it all, to think it all, to feel we got it all. That was never the Father's requirement. Not from Genesis to Revelation, never was that who he is. So who he were, he was. You know, that's just something how we apply things to ourselves and feel. I tell you what, we got it messed up when he talking about works. Because we apply all these things to works and not understanding it's not your works. It has nothing to do with the works. It has to do with what he has predestined, ordained, and foreknew. You see? And that's it in a basket. And he said all the things that you might feel you should have known, or why is it you didn't know it? You knew it because you knew me. I was always in thee and with thee. So you knew it. And you know, when he said that, it dawned on me because I said to myself, I say, yeah, somewhat. Let me tell you why somewhat. It's because you all, if I would upload all my videos, you can go into the videos that I've spoke on righteous. A lot of things that I've said on all my videos, one thing I can tell you that I have upheld, and that is saying that righteous plays a role. See, people thinking the name is the name they feel that it is. They learned in the books how they're mastering how to speak it and how to teach it in their books. But his name was before it is. That means before it was your books, it was. And you best bet he didn't come down to the earth and said, here, this is my name. And you saw him as he is and say, hey, this is it. If he were to do that, guess what? You probably fall dead because you realize you never knew nothing, especially the name. That's why you got to really be very cautious when you think that the name is this speeding mess that's all on the highway that caused people to have an accident and bag everybody back. See, people don't understand that one individual that decides to get onto this highway and put everybody's lives in jeopardy and change everybody's everyday lifestyle or everybody path in which they were going this day. You see what I'm saying? Or any day, one driver, one person can change the whole highway. You see? Everybody that's going, you might have to go to the store, you might go into the dentist, you might have a doctor appointment, you might have to be at work, you might go into a funeral, you might be going to play golf, you might be going to feed the homeless, you might be going any and everywhere. I'm speaking of any and everybody. And one person who decides to drive as if he or she owns the highway, in and out, speeding in and out, and can ruin everybody's day that day on the highway. One person can change the whole multitude. That's deep. That's something to speak on. One person can change hundreds of lives in one day. And not just if it's people. One might think that, oh, well, because that person had a real bad accident and they went into the hospital. Just think, you're on the highway and you're going zip real fast. Your life being a life that will change many around you, your children, your husband, your wife, your parents, your siblings. You deciding to get on this highway and go all chaotic and crazy, and then something happens because this is what you chose to do. You wants to rule the world. You wants to control it all in the way you feel you want to. This is just like this. I would never understand this. And I have found it to be basically in the area of where our people lives. And I'm going to be honest, in the city part and on all the major highways. When I see this, I'm talking with my own eyes. I ain't talking about what somebody else has said. When I see our people driving like that, the first thing I said, are they in their right mind? No, they're not. Like yesterday, I was in Walmart and I saw a man. He was every bit about 275 pounds, but his pants was all the way down by his thighs and his underclothes showing. Just imagine what that looked like. Now, how is it that you say that we the people, but they supposed to respect that there? They supposed to look at you like you a man. They supposed to look at you and the way you conduct yourself on the outside to tell really who you are on the inside. And that's what a lot of black people don't understand. Your outer appearance tells a lot about your inner appearance. You see? So when they running around here thinking, let's fit, you can sag and you can wear your pants off your back. Why ain't they telling one another? Why ain't the so-called wanna be righteous tell one another that, okay, why are you dressing like that, man? Don't sag, brothers. Let's stop the sagging. Let's start there. That's a simple place to stop. Let's stop the sagging. Well, I mean, that's showing our rear end, our underwears. Why are we feeling that that's important, that we sag like that and we dress like that? We talk about how Beyonce and Jay-Z and all those rappers, they wear their clothes like that. And they, too, follow Satan. And then the world follows Satan. Our men follow Satan. Our women follow Satan. And they run around here talking about Beyonce and everybody, but they follow them. They see where their people are following all this Satanism, but ain't nobody saying nothing to the mass, because they believe they, if they can get in the back in the back history enough to bring this curse into the white man's issue and the white man's only, they think they got it made. No, you ain't. And this is not even the time. This is not where we're at today. Is not it where we got to blame someone else in another nation. The Father says, look within your own, because you fail to realize you the only stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient nation that I have called out from the heaven. See, they don't see that. They don't see none of that. I said you and your forefathers, and you have not even repented for your forefathers nor yourselves, and you're continuing even worse, especially the whoremongering. It is at its highest ever that it has ever been on the face of the earth. Why are you saying that, Deborah? Because it matches in the days of Noah. See, they didn't, when you have people teaching you the book, okay, the instructions and direction books, and you don't have the Ruach to lead and guide you and give you the fullness and the understanding, then you just out there following the flesh of men and women, telling you what it says. And they themselves don't have the fullness, so they just give it to you. It says, but they don't see what was so important about the days of Noah outside of ending it, that it is so heavy that we today need to look at it as a sign from the Father, reminding us like unto the days of Noah. He don't want us to look at how he ended. That's what we want to make people think. No, he wants us to look at the reality of it itself. Look at the reality of it itself. And that's something, I'm sorry, I kind of stopped because I'm looking at, and that's what we don't do. Okay, we don't look at the reality of it. And when I say the reality of the light of it. So, again, I will be back to give that message, because it is one of, I would call it, it's going to be one of my best message given, because of what he has given me in this hour. And it's such a beautiful revelation. Oh, it is such a beautiful revelation. And that's where we need to be in this last hour. We need to be hearing from Yah. And Sister Deborah will sit and tell you he has been so awesome with teaching me through the water and teaching me as I go on through my daily life. It's always things he's given me. He's given me so much today in the water. I was washing dishes. He was talking to me, and I was in the bathroom. He was speaking to me. Just the good things that he was saying was off the chain. It was off the chain. Way and beyond. Now, okay, way and beyond. So I think that I thank the Father for that. It's good to see that the people, too many cars, too many of them. Yep, there go the one that's the speed. I'm telling you, never fails. But look like everybody's okay. But praise the Most High that, and thank you, Father, for that. But I say unto you all, it's it is off the chain, the things that he has revealed to me. And it's it's more than just it's beautiful, because it's actually letting you know that you're getting heavy food for your spirit in this midnight hour, in this last hour. And it feels good. And you know, it feels good because I'm thirsty for whatever he has to give me. I want to hear, I want to know, even if it has to chastise me. Because with me, I look at that as energy for my spirit and my flesh. Oh yes, anything that the Father has to correct me, chastise me, or discipline me, or reveal to me, or show me and teach me, it's food for my spirit and energy for my flesh. So let me explain to y'all. So I thank the Father for that. I know I'm all over the place, but I want to tell y'all something else he told me in the water. I was in the water and I was thinking about how people go in and out of your page. And it's the strangest thing. I didn't think of this until it came to me. And then I began to think of it. And he began to speak to me about it. He said that, you remember Yeshua when he said, all that I have, all that thou hast given me, all that thou hast given me, I have not lost one. So I thank the Father that I can actually say that. All that thou hast given me, I have not lost one. See, Yeshua never did say, I have not lost the 12. I have not lost the number in which the Most High has given him. No, he just letting the Father know, thank you for all that thou hast given me. Sister Deborah would like to say that even to today. That's going to be a part of me saying I'm sorry. It's because I think of that even today, because I said, Father, it's sad. They want to come and go. They want to go to and fro, because they can't find rest anywhere. See, when you have found the light and you have behold the light and you know spirit and truth, you don't be all over the place. You don't be caught up in you. You be trying to rest therein and let the Father give you what he wants you to have, where you at, and let him then, if you just sit your butt still, he'll give you more than he have ever given Sister Deborah. But you can't keep still, because you got to go every place, going here, especially in yourself, because you think you got more of what somebody else don't have, to the point you can't go nowhere else, but you just gonna be within you. When you sell on, but stay off of Sister Deborah page. I don't want people to come onto the page going in and out. I prefer you to kick rocks and go to a page of your own. If you have it and you're nailing it, go there. Because when the Father brought that to me, it made so much sense. And this is what he was saying. He said, all that Yeshua had, he said, I have not lost one. He has given them what Ahia had given him. No more and no less. I have given what Ahia has given me. No more and no less. But what's the difference? What's the difference? Yeshua had the power that was Yah. Yeshua had the word that is Yah. Yeshua had the spirit that was Yah. And guess what? We have Yah in us. You see? Now, this is why Yeshua said, and the signs and wonders thou shalt do greater. You should be tired of living with thinking that you have 99.9 of truth of the word. No one has it. No one has it. Even when he come to me, he's coming to teach me. Why? Because I like I explained to y'all, have realized throughout my whole life, even as a child, that food he give me, it surely is good. It surely is good. And it be food no one has given me. In my spirit, you guys, in spirit and truth, on my plate. I ain't talking about food of the natural. So therefore, you think I'm going to remove myself from the presence of Yah and who he is? Say, for instance, he come and chastise me and discipline me and correct me. You think that because he did that, I'm going to swoop up and go over here because I don't want to deal with him because he keep disciplining me. He keeps saying things I don't want to hear. He keeps saying things I don't want to do. He keep doing, no. The Father was giving me an example that Yeshua was saying, all that thou hast given me, I have not lost one. He had one that was a betrayer, but he letting the Father know that he couldn't have came if you hadn't sent him. You see, everything has its purpose of being in the midst. But I'm here as a prophetess in the wilderness to say unto you, you need to really kick rocks and go where you belong. If you feel that you have it from A to Z and nobody else has it, but you have it from A to Z, and you come to my page, and whenever I say something that's not in your A to Z, then you go elsewhere, cool off, and then come back. Stay away, because those are not the ones that Yah has given me. Let me tell you what I mean when he said he has given Yeshua. Yeshua said he has given me, and I can say likewise. Let me tell you why he said that. He said, Deborah, the soil, the seed that's in the soil, it sits there. It waits to be watered. It can use some sunshine once it blossoms. You see, it ain't coming up out of that soil. It's growing from that soil. It's not trying to find another pot of soil. It's not trying to find another location. It sits in the soil. Waits for the Son of the Most High Ahia, which is the Father's Son that's shining. Wait for the increase of the Father. Wait to be watered. See, what people are thinking is they can plant themselves somewhere as long as they're comfortable where they at. But that's when you know they are more led by their flesh than their spirit. Because your flesh never should be comfortable with Sister Deborah. Your flesh should never be comfortable with Sister Deborah. But your spirit should thirst for what Sister Deborah has to say. And yearn and desire to be planted in the soil. And wait for Ahia to increase it. He might give you more sunshine. He might give you more water than he gives Sister Deborah. But if you can just sit your tail down and stop running to and fro in the soil, maybe he'll increase the light that you may see, that you running to and fro in darkness. You cannot find your way. And this is where many people are at. This is where many people are resting their lives in, thinking they got A to Z packed down and that they need nothing else but what they have. And they don't even know they are in full error in all ways that is unrighteous. You think that if Sister Deborah is not seated still and not rooted in Yah, that he will be giving me word and revealing things and showing me things every day, speaking to me and teaching me things every day? You think he would be speaking to me through the water if I'm all over the place trying to go here, and trying to listen to this person, feed off of this person, and myself? No. The Father knows that I am not about myself, never was, never will be. So people who come on and go off, then they want to portray that they are holier than thou because they think they got the power and the ability to do likewise and not even understand. Let me tell you, either you in the soil or you not. And when you are not, said the Most High to my spirit today, in the water, that's why when they're not rooted, Deborah, in the soil, they go to and fro, looking, seeking, and where they can get nourishment, water, sunlight. And when they finish and they can't get it, they end up right back trying to dip back into what you're speaking about. They're still not settled in their spirit because they never learned to sit still and know that he is the Most High Ahia and he has his own servants down here. You do not make up the servants of the Most High Ahia. And that's for the deceivers, because they've got people deceived that they are the true servants and they're not. That's why they get subscribers and likes and praise for their messages. Sister Deborah ain't looking for your praise outside of the praise you give to the Most High Yah. That's the only praise Sister Deborah is desiring one to seek and desiring one to want. I don't want you to look at me and desire and think that you're giving me praise, because I don't have nothing to do with your praise. I don't even want your praise. Because your praise and my praise, when they come on one accord, we're going up to the highest peak, which is the Most High Ahia. We're not sitting down here trying to get praise for each other. We're trying to give it to the Most High Ahia, who's entitled, always was and is. So he was giving me that in the water. So it leads me to realize that I don't need no one coming in and out, going to and fro. Once you leave, stay, go. Don't keep coming back to this page, because that's showing me, as the Father revealed to me in the water this morning, that you're not settled and you're not cemented in the soil. You're not rooted there, okay? So go elsewhere. Go somewhere where you can get rooted, even if it's your own soil that you have built up within yourself. Go. Wow. Wow. I have never seen nothing like that. They didn't switch this light to where you can turn on their green light, y'all. on their green light. Wow. This is over in North County, also where a lot of say 60% of blacks and say 40% of whites. They switch. I'm telling you, the signs is, woo, that's dangerous. And I was just about to go until I seen it. I looked at it and said, look at the sign, Deborah. It's still saying red, but they still going. But you got the arrow. Don't go out there. And I'm like, why would they do that? But back to what I was saying. So Sister Deborah, are not going to be feeding in to individuals going to and fro. Okay, I would prefer you just go elsewhere. And if the Father will suffer me to, and He haven't given me that, I would, if the Father would suffer me to, He would allow me to speak on live regarding that. Because see, it's a sad thing. It is. It's a sad thing. But it's not sad enough to keep me talking about it. So let me get off that subject. It's not that serious. I said what I said. I mean what I said. And I thank the Father through the water of giving me the comfort of understanding. Those are people who are not rooted in any soil. That's why they go into it. Can't get comfortable or set, because the enemy has taunted and messed with them mentally. And when this person said this here, don't go back there, stupid stuff. But when you root it, guess what? You waiting for the sunshine. You waiting for the water, the moist of the soil. And that is what Ahia is there to give you. Sister Deborah is there to just plant the word in you, in which the way the Father has given it to me. And the Father is the increaser. He is the one that makes sure you get the sign and your water and soil. So see, what happens, people put so much emphasis on flesh to where they can't gain that which they should have already had in the spirit, because they focus on flesh. So Sister Deborah say that is something that he told me in the water. Oh, he shared so many things. He told me about my mother, that speaking to my mother, that it's time for her to leave with her family, with her children, and all her relative, is to seek the face of Yah first in your life. Just tell people to seek Yah first. See, because what happens, a lot of people, if they can't tell you how to seek Him, and a way to seek Him, and a way to do this, because my mother, she's in that mindset, is that you have to go through the mind. You got to get them through the mind. Baby. Do you know where your mind is at? You have to have the mind of Yeshua HaMashiach to even think that you can conquer Yah in your mind. Because that flesh mind can't conquer Yah. And that's what they keep thinking. They can't seem to separate the flesh from the spirit. So He wants me to start ministering to her and talk to her about that, and let her know that her surgery is going to come out good. And the reason why it's not just that it's going to come out good. She's still left here being the only relative of many, is because she's given another opportunity to come out and speak spirit and truth. Okay, so she's going in on the 15th to have surgery on her knee, and she's looking forward to me being there. So she don't know I will be there. I will be there when she go in, and I will be there when she come out. And I want to be there to let her know that you're going to come out of this, and it's going to be okay. Because I believe from what the Spirit is telling me, she kind of scared about the situation, and she don't have to be. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be wondering or trying to figure this out, figuring out. Don't worry about it. He got this. He's giving you another opportunity. When you come up out of here, everybody you come up to, grab them by the hand and tell them, seek ye the kingdom of God while you can. Just leave that with him. Just leave it with him. You don't have to expound and tell them you got to have the Holy Ghost, or you got to be speaking tongues and all that. No. See, and that's what I'm going to her to let her understand, that when she was trying to understand why is it that people don't consider families don't stay together. She feels that her whole life is about trying to make sure family is together. Mama, they're not together. They're not together. So together is to feast and to come together, eat. No. Family has to come together in Yeshua HaMashiach, through the Holy Spirit. We have to come together that route, not coming together on pagan holidays and coming together when we want to feast or see each other on birthdays and eat and sit down and eat and be about the flesh. No, we got to come together in the Spirit. And if we can't come together in the Spirit, no need in leaving off this earth thinking it's about bringing unity to the family, because there's no unity. It's what you want to see and believe. But see, the Father said this thing don't come by what you see. It's what you hear. So even though we want to see, and that's what another thing, people want to see you saying what they want you to say. They want to hear you and see a flesh telling them what they want to hear. No, you're supposed to be waiting for the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit would expound in you what Sister Deborah is saying. You see the difference? It ain't about she ain't saying it the way I believe it, she ain't saying it the way I like it and all that. But see, that's the mindset. Like the Father have assured me that those are people who are not rooted in the soil. They have not been planted in the soil. Okay? Even if you plant the seed, the word in them, they're still not planted in the soil to be able to spring up and become runners or servants. But with my mom, I got to touch base with her. I got to do that. And hopefully I probably will try to make sure I get there Monday. Yeah, I think I would do that Monday. Me and my ex-husband would go over there to my mom's house, and we would minister to her regarding that information. Today I'm going to have everyone over. We're going to watch the Super Bowl, the football game. Yes, I like football. I like basketball. I like baseball. I like sports. Okay, and I have fallen away a great deal from it. When you know who you are in Yah, you don't need nobody to tell you what you can and cannot do. Because a lot of things, he didn't put you here on this earth. Yeshua said, let not them be of the world. Be in the world, but not of it. In it means you living on this earth and maybe have the ways and the things that they're doing in the world, and you're not of it because you're of the Father, the Most High, or higher. So it's you have to really know things basically in spirit and truth, and not more so in the spirit realm. Sister Deborah, will be coming back with such an awesome message. And let me tell you what this message is covering. I am saying I'm sorry to Yahuwah, which is Ahaya. And being sorry comes from righteousness, not knowing the level of righteousness. So I thank him for this day, allowing me to bring up that topic, because it's such a beautiful one. Like I said, I had no idea that it exists to that capacity, and how things were added and smeared so deeply to where only the Ruach HaKodesh can bring the fullness out of it. So even the word of Yah cannot be fulfilled and cannot come up out as living word until the Ruach HaKodesh brings it out. And that's where he says, in all you're getting, get the Ruach HaKodesh so he can bring you the right understanding. So Sister Deborah, will say to you, I will be back, and I might even do the live early instead of waiting till later. I might come back and it's such a good message. I might just do that. I might, but I like to apologize for not being able to touch base with you regarding that message, because it is an awesome one. So I, Sister Deborah, says shalom and shalom.